Is a smartphone navigation app good enough, or do you need an expensive GPS device for your outdoor adventures?
We have tried both on our Alpine climbs over the years and figured out what works best. A GPS device or a simple phone app, so you don't have to spend your time and money testing it yourself. But our solution might surprise you.
This is a Garmin GPSMAP 62SC with a map that costs $400. And this is an iPhone with a $5 map app from the App Store. Before we start any arguments, let's agree that knowing how to use a map and a compass is the best. If you can do that, you are good.
But having a device that shows you where you are and may record your trek when you are in the wild is very helpful and makes you feel safer. So do you need to buy an expensive GPS unit, or can you just use the topo map on your phone?
Well, both devices have advantages and disadvantages, and here are the most important points to think about. Space. You're going to take your phone with you on your adventures anyway, right? Carrying one less heavy and bulky device, like a dedicated GPS unit, will make your load lighter.
Convenience. Dedicated GPS units are slow and clunky. Using them is often frustrating because navigating with buttons instead of a touchscreen feels very old-fashioned.
Reliability. A modern phone with this specific offline topo app does a very good job showing your location, elevation, and even compass direction. It also lets you upload a pre-recorded track that you can follow along. However, GPS devices are probably better. It takes time though for a GPS device to find a satellite, and these devices are quite slow. A phone finds your location a bit faster. We used to carry our GPS unit as a backup, but then we realized we could just use a compass and a map if needed.
Battery life. People often think that the phone's battery runs out faster, but surprisingly, a GPS unit, when kept on all the time, uses batteries very fast. Usually you would need 2 AAA batteries per day to keep it running, so you'll have to carry extra batteries or a power bank. Battery-wise, a phone actually might be better because it uses location services to connect to the satellite, so you can keep your phone on airplane mode all the time. Thus, it will last at least 2 days without a charge. The problem comes if you use your phone for other things, like for example shooting videos, which I do, then your phone will run out of battery much faster. In any case, carrying a solar panel or a power bank for longer trips is a must.
Durability. Phones are not as durable and waterproof as GPS unit. Yes, you can break your phone easily, but if you are careful and use a few simple tricks, like getting a good protective case and attaching a leash to prevent it from dropping, it can work. Modern phones are splash resistant, so as long as you don't bathe with that, you're okay. You wouldn't want to dive with your phone while crossing rivers, but if it happens, having a dedicated GPS unit won't really save your phone, because your phone will get wet anyway. Just make sure your backup physical map is laminated beforehand.
Extras. While going outdoors, you also may have some other devices with you that have GPS tracking features. Together with your phone app, it can make it unnecessary to carry a dedicated GPS unit. Devices like a GPS watch or Garmin inReach satellite communicator may help. One of the most important skills is to learn how to pack less and use your gear more effectively.
During our mountaineering trips in New Zealand, we had to navigate a whiteout on a glacier a few times, in the dark and even in a harsh snowstorm. That's when a clear night sky turns into thick mist in just 10 minutes. The view of the glacier disappears and is hard to see more than 10 meters ahead. In such conditions, even the most experienced adventurer can get lost.
This is where having a GPS topo map app was a lifesaver. One of the most important things to do in a whiteout is not to panic. Instead, check your map, find your location, think of all potential hazards, and move slowly. If you know where you are, you can follow the GPS direction along your planned route. The contour lines on your map will help you understand the shape of the ground even if your visibility is limited. It's also important to carry an emergency shelter. If in doubt, stop where you are, take shelter and wait until it's safe to go on.
Up until recently, we always had a dedicated GPS unit with us, but it always stayed in the backpack pocket because we didn't have to use it. So we stopped carrying it with us.
So, should you rely on a $5 phone GPS app or carry a dedicated $400 GPS unit with you? This is the question that everyone should answer for themselves. For us, learning the basics of using the compass and the map as a backup to the phone GPS app worked perfectly. However, when traveling to the remote countries and big mountains where help may not reach you for days, having a 100% reliable GPS unit with you is a must.
How about this? Before investing $400 or more, get this $5 phone app we use and test it for yourself. We will leave a link to the app in the description below. Tell us in the comments which one you would choose, a GPS unit or a phone app.